Welcome to Transition Tuesday. This is 16 ways to enter and exit smears. It's the escalator exit. I am smearing to the left, so I am going to push the hoop off to the left with my left hand when I get to this point. Pushing the hoop off to continue that escalator motion down. So again, smearing, getting to this point right here where my wrists are in front to push with my left hand to continue that escalator motion. Calling this one the smear loop because you can keep it continuous. All right, again, starting from a no-handed smear. Again, I'm smearing to the left, so I'm going to push with my left hand first to exit. I switch the grip behind me. My right palm will be facing the front of my body. I take the hoop completely off and just bring it back on to continue that smear. So again, I am smearing to the left. I push off with my left hand just like I did in the other move before this. But this time, I grab it, switch the grip to my right hand, palm facing the front of my body to pull the hoop off, and then actually swing it back on to continue that smear. It's a smear takeoff. It's just a good transition move. I'm again doing a no-handed smear to the left. When I go to take it off, I'm picking it up with my right hand. My grip is going to be on the inside of the hoop. And then I'm just turning. You can go into isolations, you could go into a weave. This is just a great transition move to use in your practice. This is a smear to knees. Prerequisite is knee breaks. So I am again smearing to the left. I will push the hoop out with my left hand. As I push it out, the hoop will fall. That will be my cue to bring my right leg out. So my right leg comes completely out. I will pick my left leg up to get the hoop in that knee position. I will then bring my feet together and continue that marching motion to go into knee breaks. All right, I'm calling this one Smear the Dog. It is a walk the dog pickup into a smear. So from a walk the dog, I will be bringing my left leg over to begin that wedgie motion. The hoop will be budging on my left side. As I bring my foot up, my right leg comes up. Notice how my hands are already in that position to catch the hoop, so I can immediately start going into a smear. So one more time, left leg goes in, catching the hoop up, bringing your hands in front to get that wrist catch to go into that no-handed smear. Celebration of Cinco de Mayo, I'm giving you the tres leches of smears. Okay, starting from a no-handed smear. I will be preparing to take the hoop off. I will be taking it off with my right hand. So going into that right hand grip is on the inside. I will be swinging the hoop out in front and doing that whip behind smear motion. To do one whip behind, I will be creating momentum to do this smear where I am opening up my palm for the hoop to just spin behind me. All right, let's see it again. So from a no-handed smear, I will begin by grabbing the hoop with my right hand. This will start behind me, and then I will swing it out in front to do that one little whip smear. And then when I come back in front, I'm going to open my palm to have the hoop just do one rotation. So let's look at it one more time. Grabbing the hoop with my right hand to swing and then create momentum to do that open palm smear. I am calling this one the Smear It On. This is a great way to learn how to just placement. So what I'm doing is just placing the hoop right in the middle of my arm there, and then I'm just beginning to push with my elbow to go into that no-handed smear. It says balance to smear. This is really building on the Smear It On because it's all about placement. So I'm taking the hoop from a balance, and notice how I'm getting ready to just put it in that same middle shoulder point to push back with my elbow to go into that no-handed smear. And this one, the smear swipe behind. So I'm just swinging the hoop to where it becomes behind me first, getting that smear on the low back to smear it in front. This is the 2-arm takeoff. So I am doing a no-handed smear once again, and when the hoop gets on my elbows in the back, that will be my cue to bring my arms in the front. Notice both arms are underneath, hands are in front to pop my arms back, to pop the hoop up, getting it into that crook catch. This is the break it, then smear it. So I'll be starting from breaks. I will be grabbing the hoop on the inside of the hoop with my right hand. I will be taking the hoop off my body, getting that left hand grip in there to actually go into a flat hand with my left hand to push in to the no-handed smear. So let's see it one more time. Doing my breaks. Then I'm grabbing with my right hand on the inside to push the hoop out, to swing it, to go back into that no-handed smear. And this is the escalator smear catch. So I'm starting with the hoop on my right side, pushing it up into that escalator. But when I do, I don't want to bring my arms up to catch it. I want it to hook on my neck first and then get into that sweet spot on my shoulder to push back with my elbows to go into that no-handed smear. So again, starting with the hoop on my right side, pushing it and getting into that sweet middle spot of my arm to push back into that no-handed smear. Boom, sweet spot. And you can see here how I'm pushing back my elbows and then I get my hands in front to continue. This is the ISO smear, starting with a 2-handed isolation. So as I get to this point on the side, I am just smearing the hoop around and going back into that 2-handed isolation. This is a smeared pizza. So from a pizza toss, I am catching into a smear. So once I go into my pizza toss, I just want to eye the hoop and I want to think about that sweet spot that I talked about before, getting it into the middle of that arm to push into a no-handed smear. So let's see that one more time. Tossing the hoop up and remember getting in that sweet spot to push back with our elbows into that no-handed smear. Playing this one, the smear turnaround. So I have the hoop in my right hand. I break it a little bit to switch the direction. As I turn it to one side, that will be my cue to turn. So again, I am breaking the hoop a little bit right here to switch the direction of the hoop. I smear it on one side. As I turn to smear it to the other side, that will be my cue to turn in that direction. This is the escalator smear scoop. So starting from an upward escalator on my left side, I am pushing the hoop up but not letting go of my grip with my left hand. I'm scooping it across the front of my body to get into the position to go into a no-handed smear. So again, pushing the hoop, scooping it in the front to go into that no-handed smear.